Hello YouTube, 87 Ricer here. I'm doing a night ride on this road. Is actually what I call Winery Road, because Adam Puchta Winery, or Adam Puchta Winery, is on this road. And so, with that being said, I'm just gonna kind of talk about what's on my mind. An issue has arisen and it's disturbed me and my fun of making videos in town. So I'm just gonna talk about it while I'm riding, because it's honestly I'm a bit pissed off about it. So let's start. So a few weeks ago, actually about a month or two ago, I'd say about 2 months ago, me and my buddy was riding mopeds, and there was a cop that came over to me and my buddy, and he said, "Hey, just so you know, you can't ride those on the highway because they're underpowered." And I said, "Yeah, I understand that." And I wasn't gonna get on the highway. So me and my buddy, we proceeded to ride bikes for a while longer. And then the same cop that told me that also pulled me over for my window tint on my car. And he's a new cop in town. He just transferred here, honestly, not too long ago. But the same cop that pulled me over for my window tint and told me, "Hey, I can't ride these scooters on the highway because they're underpowered and I don't have to register them." Well, just last Saturday, I was riding my bike in town, or I was riding Olaf in town. I was making another video. Now, it's Oktoberfest, so town is very busy, and I can understand why he didn't really, I can understand why they would have pulled me over and just said, "Hey, you know the town's busy, you know, keep your phone down." You know, but at the same time, that's not how it went. So I decided to kind of pull off on top of a hill. I was just kind of sitting there in the shade, and the cop cruiser rides up the hill, goes the opposite direction of where I was sitting. And then a little bit later, like not even long after, another cop cruiser comes up, and the same cop that pulled me over, he said, "Hey, just so you know, because you're riding a bike that's under 49 cc and you don't have to register it," he goes, "you're not allowed to ride that on the highways or on the city streets." And I could have sworn, I really could have sworn, I would almost put my life on it that he said for the month. And I actually stopped and said, "Well, is it just for this month? Just for the Oktoberfest?" And then he said, "No, all year round." And I said, "Well, when did this become an ordinance?" And he said, "Well, it's been an ordinance for a while." So he, with a smirk on his face, and I mean smirk, I mean he was smiling while he said it, trying to be the polite asshole that he is. He said, "Well, now I've told you." And so, to me, that gives off the vibe of, next time I see you on your moped, you're gonna get a ticket. Now, I've been making videos in my hometown for 3 deer just passed me up. They just ran. hope you all seen that in the video. Another one. So anyways, I hope, anyways, that vibe that he gave me was, if he sees me riding my scooter around in town anymore, he's gonna give me a ticket. Now, I've been making videos for quite some time in my hometown, making videos for all of you to enjoy watching, and it really disturbs me that he is coming from another city of Missouri and he's throwing his weight around. And now, I'm not the only moped rider in our town, and this afternoon I actually seen another moped rider, and I said, hey, did that new cop tell you that you can't ride your bike in town? And he goes, actually, yeah. He goes, I've racked up about 500 bucks in tickets from him now. And I was like, holy shit, you know, 500 bucks within tickets. Now, I don't know if he meant like all of them were from him riding his scooters, but either way, this new cop in our town is really pushing no mopeds in town. And that really bothers me because I enjoy, me and my wife, we enjoy riding mopeds in town on our days off. And this new cop comes from wherever the hell he came from, and I wish he would go back. In fact, if they manage to come across this video, which I really believe that they could, I hope he knows who I'm talking about, because I know he knows who I'm talking about, because he sees this bike in town all the time. Or at least while he's been there, he's seen me. And yeah, I'm gonna show it, you know, not that you all don't know, but if you don't know which bike I'm riding, I'm actually riding Olaf. He's my white 50cc scooter. And so the cop has seen me riding Olaf in town. Now, like I said, I'm not the only moped rider in town, but if they do happen to come across my channels, just know I'm talking about, just know that I'm talking about that one particular cop. Now, I can't say that he's not a bad person, but his attitude is very pissy. And I think the guy doesn't know how to have fun. And so, because he doesn't have that fun mentality, he's ruining what me and my wife love doing, and everybody else that loves riding scooters. Because like I said, I've been riding scooters in my hometown for a long time, and up until just a few years ago, I didn't really make videos. But then I decided I'm gonna start making videos of my hometown while I'm riding, because it's fun. And so, needless to say, where I'm going with this is because of this douchebag of a officer that we have in our town. And I say douchebag as in, if his attitude changes and he quits bugging the shit out of us, then he won't be such a bad douche. But right now he's a douche. So until he's gone, or his attitude lightens up a bit, I will not be making any videos in my hometown anymore. It's not to say that I won't make some videos outside of town, but I definitely won't be making any videos in town, which is sad, because I really enjoy showing off my hometown and showing the city streets that I've grew up on. And like I said, this has been for many years. I've seen many mopeds riding in town, especially during the time that gas prices were going up. Now, can you imagine that? All right, the time that those gas prices were going up, everybody that had a moped or a little tiny bike, they switched over and started riding those bikes. Now, man, if he had been here back in that time, he'd have threw a conniption fit, which he is still doing. But they wouldn't have put up with the shit. Now, And that's my honest opinion. Nobody would have put up with his asshole ways. And it would have been like, what the fuck? Because for many, many years, we've never had a problem. I've never had a problem with my local law enforcement, like, ever. But then this guy shows up and really just changes my my perspective of him, particularly. Not so much the other cops in our town, but that one particular. And so with that, like I said, I'm gonna be making videos. I still enjoy making videos. I'm just not gonna be making videos in my hometown. Chances are, there actually is a small town just nearby. I can easily ride out to Owensville or even New Haven and make video of the streets of New Haven or the streets of Owensville. I can do that, and I can show you a different town and a different roads, and it would just be different. It's not going to happen overnight, because a lot of the times when I get back home from being over the road, I just want to hop on my little scooter and go rip around with my beautiful wife and our kids on our mopeds in my hometown. I just want to stay home. I want to be in our hometown and ride around. But I'm being run off from my hometown, so I'm going to have to change it up a little bit. And that's really the only reason why I don't show a whole lot of other cities, towns around us. It's just because I just enjoy being home after I've been over the road all week. Now, I've got larger bikes that I've got registered that I can ride, and no problems. But most of them are clutch, and being clutch, I have to use both hands, and I wouldn't be able to make a cool video like this just ripping around on a gas and go bike. So yeah, that's just a topic that's been steaming on my head, and I just want to share it with all you guys that watch my channel. I really would enjoy making you guys another video of my hometown, but it isn't going to happen anytime soon. Until I really get in the mode of just hopping on Olaf and going for a rip into another town. It's going to be a hot minute before I finally do come up with another riding video, but in another town. So it's dark, like super dark out here. There's the moon.